strong acid water is used to disinfect, kill viruses, bacteria. I use it to kill coronavirus. I use it to kill E. coli, salmonella. If I'm making chicken or fish or whatever, I'm worried about contamination with bacteria, I spray it with 2.5. This is what they use in the hospitals in Japan. I think 168 hospitals in Japan use this as disinfectant. Okay. The next water here is the beauty water. This is, you guys know that Japanese women have very good skin, right? Beautiful skin, right? So this is their secret. They use a facial toner that's basically acid water, pH water. Your skin is pH 5.5 to 6 to kill bacteria. And so they use the water that's the same as pH as their skin, so it absorbs because like dissolves like, right? The next part here is clean water. This is just basically filtered water, no electricity, no negative charge. And then you use this for taking your medication because your medication and everything will dissolve faster if you take it with alkaline pH. So you have to be very careful when you take medication, take it with regular neutral water, okay? And the Kangen water, this is what we use for drinking and cooking with, right? It doesn't have chemicals, it has antioxidants, it's alkaline, so it helps us detox our body. And then also the strong Kangen, which is 11 or 11.5, this helps clean all the chemicals off your food, all right? And it helps you clean around the house. You see this man spraying the strawberries, okay? I guarantee you he's not worried about coronavirus, okay? That's only like 2020 and 2021, okay? This was from probably 20 years ago, okay? He's worried about lung cancer because what he's spraying is a carcinogen, right? What he's spraying kills bacteria, kills fungus, kills insects. So if he gets it on his skin or he breathes it in or he gets it in his eyes, then he's gonna have increased chance of cancer. That's why he has all this PPE, right? Personal protective equipment, right? So if it's dangerous for him to breathe, why is he spraying it on my strawberries, right? Because the farmer doesn't want to have his crops ruined by pests, right? Bacteria pests or grasshoppers or something like that. So this is why all our food is sprayed with chemicals. Matter of fact, if you go to this website called whatsonmyfood.org, you will find out that carrots, even though they're in the ground, have 26 pesticides because the ground is contaminated, right? Tomatoes have 35 pesticides, even rice has 15. So everything that we grow today has chemicals on it. When we have a corporate farm that grows billions of pounds of vegetables every year, they have to protect their investment, so they spray a lot of chemicals, right? I'm gonna take these tomatoes and I'm gonna put them in here. And so you see how shiny those tomatoes are?
Yep.
They look like a brand new Ferrari or something. They're so shiny. You see there's no bug bites.
Yep.
These are perfect. These are so nice looking, they belong in a museum. They're so nice because they're sprayed with oil. Now, I didn't bring any Roundup with me. I just brought some sesame oil, okay? But oil is oil, okay? So I'm gonna pour a little bit of oil over here, okay? And a little bit of oil over here, okay? So this is what's on our food. On our food is oil, basically crude oil, okay? So normally when you wash your food, okay, you wash it in tap water, true? Okay, I'm gonna wash my tomatoes over here in tap water, okay? I'm gonna wash my, because the tomatoes are covered in oil, I'm gonna wash this one too. I'm going to try to wash the chemicals off. You guys see that?
Yep.
Oil and water do not mix,
True.
okay? What I do now is I wash it with a high pH water. I wash it with this water, 11.5 pH, okay? So I'm gonna use this one over here. So I'm gonna wash my tomatoes over here. And then this, so my tomatoes are covered in oil, right? So watch this.
Wow.
Right? So I didn't make milk, okay? This is sesame milk because I emulsified it. I broke down the oil, okay? So if you have chemicals on your food, you're able to break those chemicals and reduce the exposure of your body. Remember, the chemicals come in via our food, our drinking, our breathing, and we absorb them in our skin, right? And so you have to reduce those chemicals because too much is coming in. Okay, so this is my tomato in the tap water, right? You see the water is still clear, right? You guys see that? The water is still clear. This is my tomatoes in the high pH water. You see it's kind of turning yellow. Okay, so I'm gonna pour that out so you guys can see it better here. This is the tap water wash. Okay, this is tap water, still clear. Okay, and this is the Kangen water.
Wow.
You guys see that? Because I dissolved the oil with the high pH, right? I can pull those chemicals off my food and reduce my exposure. This is about reducing exposure. This is not about adding more chemicals, pills, and surgery. This is about reducing exposure, reducing things that cause toxicity. And so if you eat these things, you can actually tell there's more flavor in the one with less chemicals too, because those chemicals coat our tongue and we can't taste the flavor anymore. That's why food today is so high in salt and sugar, because there's no flavor, so they have to add more salt and sugar. And that's why everyone's like high blood pressure, more salt, right? So modern food is very dangerous. This is huge. You guys see the big difference there?
Yeah.
This is huge. Health is one of those things, just like time. It only becomes more valuable after it's lost. Okay? So people don't appreciate their health until they lose it. People don't appreciate their time until they have no more time. People don't appreciate food until they starve. This is why it's important, because there are many, many people that are sick. And so the ones who don't appreciate, maybe they need to lose it more. They need to lose it first before they appreciate it. Because I didn't appreciate my health until I hit my head and I went into a coma. That's when I appreciated being healthy. That's when I started researching how to be healthy, how to do prevention. Because the one thing about treatment is the requirement for any kind of treatment, no matter how good, is you have to get sick first. And I don't want to get sick just to get some good treatment. The best treatment I can do is to stay healthy. It's called prevention. So basically with that oil, when I broke down that oil, everyone buys a lot of cleaning chemicals, right? Over here, they use Windex a lot. Pine Sol, Lysol. So basically you could use 11.5 pH to clean around the house, right? My wife uses the 11.5 to take up the makeup off her face, right? Because makeup remover is very, if you look on the back of makeup remover, it says, danger and caution and poison, right? And I ask her, if that's so dangerous, why are you putting it on your face? That's not a good thing, right? And then if you clean your home, why are we spraying all these chemicals? Because all these cleaning chemicals come with a warning label. Wear gloves, use in a well-ventilated place, keep away from pets and children, right? And so it's very toxic. But we're using them to clean the carpet, clean our laundry, kitchen, bathroom, we're using it. And so this is where we're causing our own sickness by buying all this junk, right? So with the 11.5, I have eliminated everything. You can eliminate so many toxic chemicals, and this is where people are spending all their money. We're spending thousands of dollars a year making other people rich, buying chemicals that make us sick. So there's many, many side effects of all these chemicals, okay? The last part here is microstructure, okay? So now we all agree that many chemicals are coming into our body, okay? And so we need to get these chemicals out, okay? So what we do is we take this water over here on the left side. Water is H2O. It has a polarity, okay? So polarity means it's positively and negatively charged. And so those molecules, they actually align with each other, and they form a water adhesion. That's why when you spill water, it forms a little bubble on the table, right? And so water molecules are attracted to each other. And what we do is we send that tap water through a filter here, right? And then we clean as many heavy metals and other things as we can. And then we send that filtered water past these titanium plates dipped in platinum. These plates are medical grade titanium and platinum. So there you'll find that there are many, many different companies that make the same type of technology, but they all rust because they use cheap, or what they do is they take shortcuts and they make an alloy out of titanium and platinum because those are expensive metals, and they dilute out the purity, and those things rust after 3 months or 6 months. Okay, so we charge these plates with electricity, right? 230 watts. Another thing that makes this a medical device is it has high amps. It's the machine is rated for 2.5 amps. Most machines are less than 1 amp. So if you don't have the good purity of plates and you don't have high power, then you're not going to get the amount of antioxidants into your water. Okay, so we basically shock the water and we break these chemical bonds, and so we end up with water that has been restructured. More electricity equals more restructuring, right? And so we come out with water that's a negative charge, and that's what we measured earlier. Okay, and we have a smaller structure, 5 to 8 H2O molecules stuck together, whereas before it is 15 to maybe 30 or so. Okay, on the next slide here, with this ability, you remember those fish tanks? Your body is 50 to 100 trillion fish tanks, right? Cells, right? So every cell, you need to change the water. Now, if your water is such a large structure, it won't hydrate. It won't get inside, and you'll become dehydrated. Okay, but if you drink the right type of water that's been restructured, you're going to be able to get this water on the inside and clean your body much more efficiently. Okay, I'm going to share something with you guys, and so I don't have human cells. So I'm in human sitting here, but I'm going to share with you using tea. Okay, tea is basically plants, and these are plant cells. Okay, so I'm going to break open this bag here, this tea bag here. So pretend this is your head, your neck, and your body, and you have cells in your body, right? And you have lots of oil and chemicals. Inside here is the essential oil of the tea, okay? But in our body, we have lots of oils and, pesticides and herbicides too. And so what we want to do is we want to pull those toxins out. We want to detox, okay? And so if you put this over here, okay, and you drink this water, okay, and you're trying to detox, right? This water is oxidizing and it hasn't been restructured yet, okay? You see that? No tea. And so you have to boil this water first. You have to boil the water and break the structure, then you can make tea. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to this Kangen water, okay? So the Kangen water here has been restructured. And so you're able to pull the tea out. You're able to pull the essential oil out, okay? And so if you have toxins in your body, you'll be able to pull it out. Okay, and let's go back. I'm gonna squeeze this out here. Let's go back and let's try tap water, okay? Because this is what we started with before. So tap water here. No tea. Okay? Because it has the wrong structure. It hasn't been broken up. It won't absorb. Right? So our water here, the Kangen water, has been what we call microstructure. We've shocked it with electricity, right? And so we go back to the Kangen water here. Okay, we go back here. We make tea again, right? Wow. So if you're trying to clean out your cells, you need something to go inside and do the cleaning, okay? And so this is what this. You see, there's a little bit of tea in here, right? Some light yellow, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drink some more of this into my body, okay? And you see here, it doesn't get more colorful, it doesn't get more yellow, because the water is swimming on the outside. It's not getting inside the tea. There's a little bit of tea in here, okay? But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna change the water, okay? I'm gonna change the water to Kangen water, okay? So watch this. You see how I got more yellow? Right? Because now I can actually go inside the tea cells and pull the essential oil of the tea out. And so this is what detoxification is. We started the conversation here, guys, with this chart. Remember this chart? So it is a risk being alive in society today. The risk is not from viruses. The risk is not from bacteria. The risk is from man-made chemicals. Okay? This is the biggest risk. How you prevent this risk is you reduce the chemicals from coming inside your body. Because they will come in, I guarantee you, and your body will work. But if your body cannot keep up, then you won't last very long. This is why people who do a lot of drugs, people who smoke, people who are exposed to, toxic waste and pollution, they don't have long lives, right? So this is why we're also seeing our children diabetic, right? Diabetes and cancer used to be in older people, but now they are in younger people because we have too many chemicals. We have been conditioned by industry. We have been conditioned to pharmaceutical drugs that you take 2 pills and everything goes away, right? And so what we are doing here is we're helping people do a lifestyle change. We're increasing their awareness and their understanding, right? So they can make small changes that they do forever. Some people, when they first start on Kangen water, they've been sick for like 20 or 30 years, okay? And so a lot of people say, well, I drank it for a month and it didn't do anything. And I tell them, well, how long did it take you to become sick? Right? And they tell me, oh, it took me 20 years to become sick because I used to be healthy when I was a teenager. I'm trying to undo 20 years of toxins, okay? Some people, it will happen fast. Some people, it will happen slow. It depends on how much you drink and how much you flush out, right? But, and also when you are detoxing, you remember all those chemicals are actually stored deep inside your tissues, deep inside your cells. And so when you're detoxing, you are actually liberating, you're actually freeing those chemicals into the body. And so sometimes you experience flu-like symptoms and you'll experience it getting worse before it gets better. And I tell people, don't go off your medication cold turkey. Don't go off your medication instantly. Tighter down, like step down, right? As your laboratory results improve, you can decrease your medication. But basically what we're substituting is a better lifestyle, a better a change, right? A better water for better medication, because the medication is going to have a significant risk on your longevity, right? And so we want to reduce the medication and reduce the dependency on medication and increase the good things, increase the vegetables, increase the clean air, increase the clean water, right? So we're doing a trade. We're not doing a swap, right? Yes. Right, we're doing it. One is coming down and the other one's going up. Our human body, we control our mind fully, right? But we don't want to give up that belief, our mind, to other corporations and other people that will come and rescue us, right? We can rescue ourselves, but we have to believe it, right? So this is why I have enough clinical data, I have enough results, I have enough belief that this will work. But it's also clinical. This is what I showed you today in the presentation, right? You are 72% water, 75% water. So what's in your water, right? What's in this bottle? Plastic,
yes,
right? Chemicals. And so this is a belief. And so some people, they drink a lot. They drink Starbucks all the time, and they go, where's the clinical data, Sam, on your water? And I said, well, where's the clinical data on your Starbucks? Because you drink it with no clinical data. But when I ask you to drink water, you ask me for clinical data, right? And that's an issue. And so I get a lot of scientists and a lot of doctors that ask me those challenging questions too. But have her keep continuing. It's water. It's not going to do any harm. You know, the worst thing that's going to happen is she'll go pee more, right? And she'll detox more. Number one and number two. But some people say, Sam, I don't like to go to the bathroom so much. And I just ask them, well, is there anything in the bathroom you would like to keep? Right? The reason why we go to the bathroom is we're trying to throw things away. We're not trying to keep the toxins, right? So have her drink more, have her go to the bathroom more, and just detox your body. What they're trying to achieve is they're trying to achieve long-term health. True?
Yes.
Everyone is taking medication to be healthy, right? Because without the medication, they are sicker. True? Right? So, but what happens is that medication makes them dependent. So we have something like a pandemic, right? And you cannot go outside and you cannot go to the hospital and you cannot go see your doctor. Then you're kind of worried now because your blood pressure medication is running low. That creates dependency. Okay. What we're trying to help people do is we're trying to help people to get actually healthy by making a lifestyle change, changing their food, changing their water, changing their exercise, changing their sleep, so they don't become dependent on the blood pressure medication, right? And so I tell people, don't quit work with your doctor, because your goal is to not need medication. Maybe his goal is to sell you medication, right? But you have to work with the doctor to decrease the medication, because the medication has many side effects, right? Especially if you take them for 10 or 20 years. Medication was not designed for you to take 10 or 20 years. Maybe for a month, maybe for a week, a few days, but nothing is designed for you to take for 20 years or what, you know, for a lifetime. You know, and so many people today are taking cholesterol pills, right? You're not designed to take cholesterol pills. Otherwise, we would be born with a little cholesterol pill packed inside our body, right? And so you have to change your diet ultimately. And it's some people say it's tough, but I tell them it's very tough to be sick. It's much easier to be healthy, right? Much easier to be healthy. But it's a lot of conditioning, a lot of programming too.
And how effective this is on diabetics?
I've had people, you know, because diabetes, a lot of people take their blood sugar every morning. And then every 3 months they go and they get their hemoglobin A1C measured. Okay, so we can't make any medical claims, but if you make a change in your diet, it's going to affect your lab results. Advanced research on the health benefits of reduced water by Shiro Hata, right? So amazing Japanese people, right? So there's this chart here. So this was the original research paper that got me intrigued into this project. Right. I looked at this paper and they explained how the technology worked. This is the company, Enagic, we can't claim we can't make medical claims, but I'm a scientist. I look at research, and this was the research that pointed me to trying this out. And so if you look up online, you can look up electrolyzed reduced water. That's the name. Electrolyzed reduced water and diabetes. You put those two phrases together, and then you'll come up with lots of research. But I've observed people reduce their daily blood sugar and then reduce their hemoglobin A1C and essentially come off their medication. But it has to be under doctor's supervision. I'm not a doctor, I'm a scientist, or recovering scientist, okay? So, but you have to work with a healthcare professional to get you off your medication. Right? But it's very effective for diabetes. There's some anti-cancer effects. It's very good for hemodialysis, kidney disease. Everything involves water, right? But essentially, we also have to look at what we believe as a society. My belief is that diseases are not the problem. The things that cause the diseases are the problem, right? Diseases are the symptoms of the problem. Okay, so if we can reduce the chemicals in our society, then we will reduce toxicity, we will reduce disease. So we will have stronger immune systems if we have less chemicals. Okay, so it's not because we don't have enough medication. We have medication up to above our heads. Like we have medication all over the place. We have plenty of medication. What we don't have is health. So we don't need more medication. So I tell people, just get the chemicals out of your body and you'll be healthy. So we eat junk, we drink junk, we breathe junk, we watch junk videos. And so after a while, our body becomes junk. So the best thing we can do is detox, get all the junk out. It's very simple.
Black pigmentation on my face. Does this Kangen water help that pigmentation?
Yeah, so it can help. I've seen people, a lot of people have age spots because age spots come from a melanin, right? You have skin pigment. And as we age, you start to get age spots. I think I have something up here, something up here,
Okay.
We're all going to age, right? We have age spots. But in order to distribute everything, melanin is the pigment, not melatonin. Melatonin is what helps regulate your sleep. Melanin is what's in your skin, the skin pigment. And so everything is distributed by water. Everything is moved around. And so you can drink this and actually use the pH water, right? And so over time, your body will regulate itself, right? But I tell people, and Stasha, you've heard me say this before, there are 5 rivers in your body, right? And those rivers carry everything, right? The first river is your blood flow. Your blood flow carries everything. It's like a river, okay? Then your lymphatics, right? That carries all the waste away, right? Okay? And then you have your gastrointestinal. Everything you eat flows through your body too, right? Then you have airflow, okay? Then you have energy flow. Those 5 rivers in your body all need water, but people are putting other things in their water, right? And over time, the body can't handle it anymore, and so you start to have acne, or you start to have joint pain, or cancer, or diabetes. It's the result, right? So don't think about treating the disease. Think about eliminating the cause, the root cause. Okay. And your body, I mean, no one's going to be 16 forever, okay, guys? We're all going to age, right? But we're going to age gracefully. That's the whole point. No one's going to live to 200 by drinking Kangen water, I guarantee you, okay? I'm going to live to hopefully 100, right? But I'm going to be sick for like maybe the last 2 days of the 100 years. I'm not going to be sick for 50 years. That's the goal, right? Unfortunately, in our society, people are sick for 50 years now, which is crazy. What's the point of going to 100 if you're sick for 50? There's no point. That's a bad life, right? So, as we have options for investing in this technology, all these machines will last 25 to 30 years. For the next 25 to 30 years, I won't be paying for bottled water. I won't be paying chemicals, and I won't be paying for medication, right? This is why I tell everyone that they need to get this technology, because otherwise they're investing in drug companies, they're investing in hospitals. I don't want to invest in those things. I want to invest in my health. It's actually a very good deal. It's much cheaper than one night at a hospital. So the true solution here is before and after. And so we actually have a referral program too. But I got my machine for 8 referrals. So I travel the world and I share this with people. We have a shower filter too, that basically takes the chemicals out of my shower. And then we have all these different size machines, technology, and we have turmeric. Turmeric's been used for thousands of years as an anti-inflammatory. So, we can help many people. I hope you guys were able to get an understanding of how big this project is. How long that we will be healthy is up to what we put into our body. Unfortunately, our body is already starting to break down because of all the stress, the acidic stress, oxidative stress on the body. So, wow, we have 75 people on here. This is a lot of people. Hopefully that makes a lot of sense, and hopefully that was helpful for you guys.